Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be my comic book haul from June 23rd, 2021. A pretty solid week, I'm not gonna lie. I picked up 5 different issues, so let's go ahead and dive into what I picked up. So issue number 1 is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 69. This is part of the Chameleon Conspiracy and this is part 3. So far I'm really liking it. Spider-Man is trying to save his friend Jamie, and Jamie is working with the bad guys, trying to steal this technology in order to predict the future. And there were some really cool moments, some great fight scenes. The artwork was great, the colors were great, the story was pretty good as well, and there's a little bit of a twist at the end too, and I really liked this whole issue. It was a good time. It wasn't like the best issue ever, but it was pretty enjoyable, and I really like the whole Spider-Man part of the story, but I'm not really liking his sister's story. So he's got like a whole sister story here about like how his parents were murdered, and it's just really slow. Like the last 2 issues, they've been staying in like the same room just talking about this thing. Like I just want answers, which we will get in the next issue because this issue sets it up. But I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been enjoying the whole sister part of the story that much, but the Spider-Man stuff has been really good. But the Amazing Spider-Man series has been pretty solid so far, so I'm really enjoying it. Next up is Justice League issue 63. This one was a little bit disappointing. Now the main reason is because the whole book is like a pretty decent sized book, but only half of it is actual Justice League and the other half is Justice League Dark, which I haven't been liking the Justice League Dark stuff so far, so I've just been skipping it the last few issues. So Justice League 63 was very quick, like maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes or so and I was done. Because like I said, only half of the book is actual Justice League, and this is a follow-up after a really big battle, and that last issue was awesome. Issue 62 is one of my favorite Justice League issues in the last few months, and this one was really scaled back. There was almost like no fighting. It was super short, and it was just basically everyone hanging around, talking, and prepping for a future fight. So I was kind of disappointed with Justice League 63 because not that much happened. The artwork was still good and it's setting up a good story, but issue 63 wasn't my favorite. Next up is Infinite Frontier issue 1. This is a 6-issue miniseries, and I gotta say I really liked Infinite Frontier number 0. Infinite Frontier is DC's next big event, setting up a new universe and a whole bunch of new comics. I am super excited for Infinite Frontier, and issue number 1 was pretty solid. It goes into a lot of multiversal stuff, which was awesome. We get to see the Justice incarnate, and Barry Allen is still mapping out the multiverse and comes across something very exciting. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but it's definitely going to be a big plot point in Infinite Frontier number 2. I had a good time reading this. The artwork was good, the story was good, everything about it was pretty solid, so I'm really excited to pick up issue number 2 in I think a month's time. Next up is Batman Detective Comics. This is issue 1038. This picks up right after Mr. Worth just blew up an entire jail cell that Bruce Wayne was in, and he is going after Batman. He wants to kill Bruce Wayne, he wants to kill Batman, pretty much anyone that's standing in the way of him getting justice for his daughter's murder. And I really like this issue. Like, Mr. Worth is just a huge dude. He's like 7 feet tall and like 350 pounds of muscle. This dude is just massive. He picks Batman up and Batman looks like a twig. They didn't do like a full-on fight in this issue, which was kind of upsetting. It was really Mr. Worth just getting a couple punches on Batman, and that was pretty much it. But I am looking forward to an actual fight in a future issue. But this story is really cool. Like, everyone thinks that Bruce Wayne killed this guy's daughter, and he doesn't really have a way to prove that he didn't right now, so he's kind of on the run from Mr. Worth because this guy literally wants to murder him, but he also can't just walk around as Bruce Wayne, so it's a really interesting story. And of course it's Detective Comics, so he's trying to use detective work to find out who the real killer was, which is turning into a really cool mysterious story. And I am really liking Detective Comics, and if you guys haven't been reading it, I definitely recommend to pick it up. And there was a mini story at the end called Penguin, but it was super short and it was kind of throwaway. Like, it wasn't really anything that important, but it does look like Penguin is going to be teaming up with Mr. Worth, which could be worth a read. Yes, I just said that. Alright, now onto my pick of the week. Now, this is a character that I have liked ever since I was literally like 2 years old. I watched the animated series growing up and I absolutely loved it, and that is Static Shock. This is such an underrated character. I know there was a bunch of like legal issues, I guess, with the actual character and what they could do with him, and it looks like they've been sorted out, I think. I don't really know, I haven't read too much into it, but as soon as I saw Static Shock hit the shelves, I was like, I need that. The artwork was really good. The first couple of pages I was like, I don't really know if I like this. this, but it kind of grew on me. The story was pretty solid. It gives you a little bit of a rehash of how like his whole origin happened, in case you're a new fan, just so you know how he got his powers and everything. And they did change it slightly, but it's not that big of a change at all. Like, it really shouldn't upset some people, because I know some people were kind of angry of how they changed it, but it's really not that big of a change, so it really shouldn't matter. But man, this is such a cool character, and I can't wait for his movie. I think Michael B. Jordan is supposed to be in it, but he's just such a cool character. Like, this guy needs to be put in the spotlight. Like I said, the artwork was great in here, the story was pretty good as well, the ending was pretty awesome, and if you're a fan of the character or you watched the cartoon growing up, I definitely recommend to read Static Shock. Like, they're literally on issue 1 here, so you definitely have time to go pick it up and be in the loop for future issues. I really liked it, and it's such a nostalgic character for me, so that's why it's my pick of the week and ranked number 1 out of my haul. So guys, 5 issues this week. I enjoyed reading all of them. The only one that I was kind of disappointed, like I was saying, is Justice League issue 63. It was still a decent read, I just wish it was longer, and they didn't chop it right in half and then put the other half as Justice League Dark. But other than that, they were all pretty solid. Leave a comment down below of what your pick of the week was, and are you excited for a Static Shock series and movie? Also, as always, if there's a series that you recommend me to read, let me know down below in the comments. Other than that, thank you again for watching. I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.